weekly feed. I'm with Bodyhead this time. Kim Gordon, Bill Nace. Hi guys.
Hi.
Welcome. So we're at the Big Ears Festival here in Knoxville, Tennessee, which you guys are a part of, and it seems like there is no more perfect festival created that you guys could be a part of than what's going on right here. I don't know what we say. It's like innovators or those folks who are skirting the art and pop world, and you fit in.
Yeah, we're just sort of zooming around the edges of everything.
Yeah. Well, do you see yourself as part of a little club that's going on here?
Going on here at the festival?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, we're literally like, yeah, we're kind of, I don't know.
I don't know what are we.
Oh, we don't have to categorize what you are.
We never feel like we're actually in the club, whatever the club is.
I just don't see like for a lot of festivals, there's you couldn't take a yearbook photo of it, but this one, it seems like you could actually take a nice yearbook photo of everyone, and it's going to make sense.
Right,
you know?
right, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but it's this type of music. It's what's going on here that I guess it's. I mean, could you ever imagine anything like this ever going? Mainstream's probably not the right word, but somewhere like the accessibility and everything, because there's really interesting stuff. And I guess what I'm getting to is, you know, you guys aren't what I'd say a rock band, and everybody here is not a rock band, but in the realm of rock and pop, you know, you hit those walls every few years, and it takes something moving it forward, and it feels like we could get something out of this. These are the artists that are trying that, but do you ever feel like these are the artists who could ever be? I don't know, what's a good example?
I think that idea, though, of the mainstream kind of breaking into that in that way is a little, like, not as relevant nowadays. It's more about, like, access, which is, I think, easier than it used to be to kind of, you know, check out a wide array of things.
I mean, I guess you don't need a radio hit anymore just to be...
Right, right.
To make a living, you know.
Or to not make a living.
Right.
Did you make a living off your radio hits? That's a good question.
We didn't have any radio hits.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I think that there's something interesting about, you know, maybe eccentricity is a kind of a way you could describe even some of the bands that are playing.
Yeah.
You know, like television. Or,
right.
Right.
But I think it's just kind of accumulated, yeah, people getting sort of years of that, you know, dissonance and that kind of music, like filtering up, and you know, I think basically anything can also be marketed.
Sure.
You know, like the Red Bull Academy did this festival that, I mean, I don't know how many people actually went. It wasn't like Lollapalooza or anything.
It was
but they called it drone music, which I would never, I think very specifically drone music as like, you know, minimalist classical music, or the Velvet. I guess I can see how people think of the Velvet Underground as drone music, but I don't think of that.
I don't think of it as drone. Well, I mean, we look at it as history books now, so it's through that filter.
Yeah,
you know,
but people seem to have glommed onto that word as something that is...
well, didn't we just call it shoegaze at one point? There was a catch-all with shoegaze as well, that if it just
that was more pop, though.
Yeah, slow and murky, and it's like it was shoegaze, you know?
Yeah.
I just think having improvised music at a festival is kind of, you know, not the norm.
Well, it's not jam band improvised music.
Right.
It's not like free jazz or something like that.
Right.
No, but we're improvised, and I'm not sure. I imagine the Hino trio maybe has some improvisation going on.
Yeah.
So I just think to have that at a festival is pretty, you know, not usual, which is nice.
Well, that's a great lead-in actually to you guys' record and everything. So it's the debut Bodyhead record, and there is a certain amount of improv into that. Yeah, and I've read about, you know, that there was some structure to it, but there was also a lot of free range, and how that plays towards the live show. Because when did it come out? I mean, this record's now what?
September.
Yeah, so whatever, 7 months or whatever that is. DJ math. Just it's somewhere in the 12 months or whatever. So I mean, it couldn't have started out anything like the record, but now what are those? Are they completely different? Have you guys found that there is any kind of structure to these songs on any given night?
Well, we're really not playing this. I mean, it literally, okay, the record literally was completely improvised.
Okay.
And then, including the lyrics and the vocals, but then I went back and overdubbed some other lyrics, and we did some shaping and a little bit of editing and a couple guitar overdubs, but
so you're
the
not
only thing
playing
that remains is, well, no, we could never recreate it. It
Sure.
was completely made up in the moment. So, and it's our whole career that is what we do live on stage.
Yeah.
So the only thing that's really carried over are some lyric ideas.
But
basically, but as far
or
as
just things that we do because it's who we are and that's how we play.
Yeah, like our vocabulary of playing,
Sure.
and we're so kind of used to playing together that. So I like to think of it as sort of scripted improvisation, but it's really unscripted improvisation, really.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's what the set list looks like. Like, how does the set list look? You know, does it say abstract on it? You're
we
like,
don't have a set list.
no set list.
That's what I'm getting
But
at. So
you know, when we tour in Europe, we for publishing, they always want the names of the songs, so we just put down the names of like the songs on the record. Like it's just,
they wouldn't know.
They wouldn't
what are you
know.
going to do?
Yeah.
It's funny. Bill, I know that you've said in your previous bands you didn't work a lot with vocalists. There wasn't a lot of vocalists. Now, once again, you've had time. You know, what has that been like for you? And have you found new tricks over these months, to how that shapes?
New tricks, how?
Of working with it, because you played a voice. I read an interview that said you've learned how to play to voice, and it's a very different thing.
No, I wasn't saying I learned how to play to it, more just that it's changed how I play with other people or how I approach it. But you can kind of get away with more as well in terms of, because the way Kim sings, it kind of ties it together, and I think it gives it that kind of song quality.
It's the Lebowski rug.
Yeah. Exactly like
Bill's
that.
favorite movie.
But so we can, I don't mean get away, but we can kind of work with more abstract musical pieces that then the vocals kind of tie it together and make it something that I don't think it would be without the vocals. So just for me, I had never really played with that much, so it was just kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd played with vocalists, but more people that did also like kind of really just, abstract kind of extended technique type of stuff.
I mean, there's a million genres out there, and kind of putting in a box of just what we know, usually as rock pop. It's so foreign to hear like someone talking about not playing with a vocalist that much, and then learning it this far into a career.
Right.
The exciting thing about Bodyhead, and I guess with what you guys are saying too, it doesn't really seem like there's a roadmap much at all. I mean, I don't know how you see it. Is this a project or is this your band?
It's our band.
It's band.
It's the band. Is it the band right now, or
we had the name, so we're like, let's make it.
No, it's a band.
So.
Yeah. And I guess that's what I said, and Kim, maybe it's because, you've been through many projects that we call projects, and I guess that's the splitting hairs, the definitions between what's a band and what's a project. And, do we get to have more Bodyhead records, down the line and that type of stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really done that many projects.
I think project gets used when there's like a main, it's like Free Kitten was a band, but Sonic Youth was happening, so then people kind of...
Sonic Youth was a project, Free Kitten was a band.
Exactly, yeah, right. Exactly. I mean, it's all like where your entry point into that is.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think it means that much.
Yeah. It might not happen on this level, and maybe this is an awkward question with it, but have you had any problem finding your place, given Sonic Youth and the history of everything like that? Coming from where you are, because there's a spotlight, obviously, when you walk out, and this is a new band, it's Bodyhead, but here's Kim Gordon. Have you found any problem finding a place in it?
Finding a place.
I don't know if saying in the spotlight is the right thing, but just saying like this is a duo and not, once again, a project.
No, I mean, I think because it's a duo, there's not much of a issue with that. I mean, it kind of is what it is.
Yeah. Well, Kim, for you then, was it any means for reinvention? Because there is similarities in sound to what we're used to hearing from you. But did you ever step out and said, I could completely reinvent myself with this?
Well, I didn't really think about it so consciously. I just felt like I wanted I liked playing with Bill, and I just thought, oh, great, now I can just play exactly what I want to play.
I'm the captain now.
It's just, playing with only one other person, it's just easier to focus on the music, for one thing. And also, I don't know, I just thought we're just going to make this music. We didn't really think beyond just going down in the basement and starting to record, and then starting to do some shows.
Yeah, people always want like a narrative of something that's beyond just like,
this is what happened.
I like to play music,
yeah,
and
right.
You know,
we have to fill space sometime.
It's true.
Yeah, no, I mean, I wasn't actually thinking. I was thinking more. I would just concentrate on art, but I did miss playing, and it was fun to do something I thought I wouldn't have to promote.
Yeah, and here you are.
But yeah, and then if you like it, then you want people to come see it.
Sure.
So.
Well, we love it, and that's the great thing about this. I mean, luckily it worked. Do you mind if I ask how the book's going? Because there's going to be a bio, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going.
Yeah?
Actually, my deadline is April.
The way you're saying that doesn't sound too promising.
Let's just say I should be at the hotel writing.
Yeah. Have you found it? Has it been surprising at all how much people, from the moment we heard there was going to be a bio, they were like, I mean, salivating, at the actual story.
I mean, it's not going to be a Sonic Youth bio.
Sure.
So, I mean, there's, things about, of course, writing about different songs and recording and different stories about that, but its purpose isn't to make a Sonic Youth fan totally happy.
Yeah. So you went into it actually.
So just set your bar
just
low.
Like the band.
Please, I want everyone to set their bar low.
Yeah. Did you go into it with that idea? Yeah. Did you have that idea when you went into it, when they said, hey, let's write a book? Did you have to think, what is the book? What's the angle?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you would have to instead of just
you make a proposal.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know the book world.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works. Have you read all of the other unauthorized biographies that have your life in it?
No.
Did you ever open any of those? Because there's quite a few out there.
They're all really awful.
Are they?
Yeah. They're boring. I mean, the only one that's actually, they're not awful, but they're just, they don't have any context to them.
Yeah.
Pretty much. The best one is actually this catalog, Sensational Fix, from a show art exhibit that unfortunately didn't come here because the recession was going on. But they went to 7 or 8 museums in Europe, and it was exhibit that had to do with artists we were influenced by and collaborated with, and just it was less really about Sonic Youth, but it had individually some of our artwork and some ephemera and stuff from Sonic Youth. But it was a kind of an interesting context for the band, and it's really the best book on Sonic Youth. I think Byron Coley's going to write the ultimate.
Yeah, it's good with the one.
Leave those details at the end.
One of these days. Well, good luck on the April deadline, and thanks for giving us Body Head, both of you guys.
Thanks.
It was great meeting you both.
Thanks for having us.
All right.